guys. Oh my gosh. I have the day one jitters. I'm very excited. We've never done this series live ever. Like, it's always as a premiere where I'm still on live with you answering the questions, like I'm typing, but not like this, where I can actually see your questions. So I'm gonna I have my computer in front of me. Did everybody do their prep day homework? I was literally just doing this, and it was adding a lot of clarity to my month. So I'll talk about all the goals and all the glow up, and I'll hold you accountable every single day. But every single day there's gonna be 3 things that we focus on, just like the daily grind. One cool thing is this is actually, these live series, this is how the daily grind as a company came to be. So it's kind of cool to come full circle. I don't know if you guys saw Andre's comment on our Instagram, but he wrote that and he was like, Angie, like, this is literally how the company started. So way back in the day, I would do this thing called the daily grind. So I would go live on social media every single day. I went live daily without missing a day, I want to say for 3 years. And that's why Audrey's like, are you sure you can do this? I'm like, I've got this. These will be a little bit more planned through and robust and a little bit more of a swift kick in the booty. Also, I need like a good thumbs up from like all of you that you're okay if there is adult friendly language. I feel like that would make it a little bit more fun and spicy, because here's the thing. I can't give you a swift kick in the booty if I can't say the full word that I want to say. And I feel like that makes it fun that it's private. So I hope that you're ready to possibly cry, to possibly have many breakthroughs. Hi, I can see you guys in your comments. I love it. Hi, Elizabeth. Okay, so every single day I'll try and give you a pretty solid heads up on the lives, but just like you guys, we have a lot going on, obviously, with the company, with me filming videos. Tomorrow we are traveling, so all things, I was like, what's the uh-oh? So yeah, this is how the daily grind originated. I would go live every single day. I would share the top 3 things that I was focused on, and it became a thing, and it became how I planned my day, and it became this community, which blows my mind. So it's very fun that we're coming full circle. So for today, and I want to make this really clear, I will hold you accountable to your glow up and to your dopamine detox, but that is not what this is about. You have never seen or heard of what I'm about to share with you. We're going to take you from day 1 to day 31 to completely get your ish together, which just, are we good on the swear? We're clear, right? What ish means? Okay. Ish is just like a term that I started saying. Andre and I always say it, and now I'm like, I got to get my ish together. So we are going to get your together over 31 days, and we're going to go from however you're feeling right now. By the way, I saw someone else post this. She's a friend of mine, but I follow her on social media, and she has like a ton of followers. Her name's Monica. She's amazing. She posted this morning, and she's like the 5th woman that I see that says like, September was really rough. And I was like, yeah. And I will talk. I said yesterday, I'll share this. But for me, I just took it as, and I did some like research yesterday. I was like, was there like a new moon or something? Like, what the heck happened to everybody? Like I feel like I just got taken clean out. Hence why we're still here. Because I was like, I'm in no shape. You think I couldn't go live last week for the launch? I definitely could not fly. So for me, what I mentioned yesterday is it was just, if anything, when these things happen in your life, take it as an opportunity for a reset and a definite wake-up call. So if anybody else had a really rough September, hopefully this can be your reset, we're gonna hit the big red button and just start fresh. So I'm excited. There's a lot that we're gonna go through, but I will hold you accountable daily. I'll give you a little bit of tips every single day for your glow up. I did my skincare this morning. I did my little morning routine. I made my bed. I already did a ton of steps. I went for a walk, and I'm coming to the end of my water. And then one thing that I shared with you guys, I'm doing a sober October, and I'm also not drinking coffee. Who am I? Now, could I potentially have 1 pumpkin spice latte? Yes. Yes, Jillian, that's what I read. And I'm a Virgo, so maybe I was, okay, you guys are making me feel so much better. We're going to make October great though, right? Okay. Oh, and by the way, fair warning. You guys know, right? There is daily vlogs. Like if you guys think these are going to be good, there's daily vlogs on my main channel. Day 1 is so sneaky emotional. I did not mean for it to be, I didn't really cry, but like I was choking back, like holding back tears. I know, Mary Kate, that's what Andre said. He's like, how the heck? But he's like, you're doing so good. Like I already started the no coffee last week. So what I'm drinking, and this might help a lot of you ladies, I started drinking hibiscus tea. World changed, and I will share. But so my tea is going to be, I'm doing like a non-caffeinated tea. I think it'll help long-term too with like any anxious feelings or whatever. So I'm just saying, and Joan, okay, I want to say if you're doing sober October and you want to have like one, okay, well, we're swearing, so I can, it's not an inappropriate word, but if anybody watches Real Housewives, I call them cockies because of Marisol. And so I speak like this with my friends, so I'm going to speak like this with you guys. So if you want to have one cocky throughout Halloween, you have my permission. This is not one of those things where you have to be like 100% perfect and have no coffee and then you have to like start back at day 0. That's not what I'm saying. So if you see me sneak a pumpkin spice latte, don't hate me, okay? Or if I have one cocktail throughout October, it can happen, but we are going to go. Kara understands cockies. I should show them what you got me. She got me like a little koozie that says cockies on it. It's all bedazzled. And funny story, it's in one of my upcoming YouTube videos, and I like rotated it away because I didn't know if people would know what that meant. And I was like, they're gonna think that I'm insane. Sorry, Aldrin. I agree. Real Housewives of Miami is top tier, but that's another thing. I'm giving that up. I'm giving that up for my dopamine. No Real Housewives this month at all. So I did my goals, skincare, tea. I'm well into my glow up. And then for your goals, one thing other than finishing this and making sure that you have your 10 goals for the month, we're going to put up a commitment form for you for today. So just so you can commit to yourself. So show up every single day. These will of course be recorded. We'll try and get them like organized in an album for you, but I think that it'll be so key to just make sure that you show up every single day. They're not going to be super duper. It's not like a 30-minute video every single day. But for today, the theme is Lost AF. So if you're feeling lost post September, headed into a fresh month and a fresh start, you're not alone. One thing that I would love for you to do today. So the first thing of our 3 things today, make sure that you're set up. So set up a space where maybe you can watch these every single day, or just try and find some consistency in watching these every single day. And one thing that I think that we could all do together, do you ever notice that you get like anxious and you almost can't take a full breath? May I suggest that we take a deep breath together so that we can feel what that feels like? So the other day I've been just doing like longer yoga classes on, that's what it stands for, Andre? When you go ham? I just meant like you go ham. I didn't know that that's what it stood for. I was today years old. So yeah, I've been doing longer yoga classes, and then starting today, I'm going to do much longer yoga classes. So that would be another tip for you, is any habits that you notice that you would love to replace, maybe at that same time, every single day, try and no, I'm not going live at the same time every single day. There's literally no way. Like tomorrow I'm going to be on an airplane at this time, so there's no way. So I will always give you a heads up though. But what I was going to say is, instead of, trying to get rid of all of these bad habits and replacing it with 0, try and replace it with something. So for me, I shared this yesterday. I really felt like at 5 p.m. was almost this like trigger of like, it's time for snacks and it's time for Real Housewives, and I'm going to get back to work and I'm going to start the work wheel all over again. And it was just almost like overstimuli. And it was just a time where I would snack too much. I'd make a cocktail, put on Real House. It's like all the things that I don't want to be doing. So instead of that, at 5 p.m. on the button, I am shutting down my computer every single day, and I'm going to do a yoga class, like a full-length yoga class. So with that said, I've been doing shorter ones, like 20, 30 minutes. And I notice that's like my breath cannot, I'm like, so if you ever feel anxious, just take note. Maybe they're just thoughts, let them go. But you might not be taking a full breath. So if you're having very shallow breaths, that can lead to like anxiousness and just not feeling the best. And then the thoughts take control. So hopefully that's helpful. So set up your space, and together, can we please take a deep breath headed into October? I don't want this to feel like this Pinterest perfect, like I said, the last thing I want is for you to feel like you have to swing the pendulum like all the way to one side and try and be perfect. I really want this to be real life, to your core. One thing that I would really, really love for you is that you can pull out of you, like, if you feel lost right now, where you can just look at yourself and be like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And if you can have that actual, to all the people that have never heard me swear, I'm so sorry. There's a lot of you that have, but there's many of you that are like, wow. But seriously, like, what are you fucking doing with your life? And if this needs to be your wake-up call, then I'm glad that this can be the space for it. So take a deep breath. That's what I would love. Step one, let's set that up and just, I'm not coming in here to give you a Pinterest perfect life. I'm coming in here to maybe shake you up a little bit, give you a hug and sit you back down and be like, let's get our shit together, because life is short. I think I would say also what we were, and I'm going to keep, do not worry, this is like the safest zone that you can ever be a part of, but what we all were exposed to, I think throughout September, was incredibly rattling. And I don't think that a normal human being should be exposed to that much stuff and that much to compute in our brains. So I think that if this can be our little escape together, like our little cozy escape paired with the daily videos on my channel, and you just focus on you for a little bit and you set goals. So one thing that I'm doing, I just want to share this. One thing that I'm doing is tons of these are not productivity related. I think there's like 2 of them, okay, 3 that are like productivity, like work goals that I have. But other ones are like really cool, just slowing down and enjoying fall and focusing on making sure that I get my steps in, doing my full yoga class. One thing that I wrote on the side here is to revisit what I set as my 10 New Year's goals that we did for the New Year's resolutions. So just to revisit that. Cool. So the second step of this is, if you are feeling lost AF, raise your hand. If you're, don't worry, I'm not going to swear every single day, and I'll give you a heads up because I know a lot of you guys have kids in the room, so I don't want to be crazy Aunt Angie. I want to be fun Aunt Angie. So lost AF. If you're feeling that sense of overwhelm and on the edge of burnout, we're going to nip that today. That's the last thing that we want. And I promise you, I think I forget who wrote it, and she deserves all the credit. And I actually commented back and I said, that's really what this should be, is like a cozy little escape where it's like the cozy corner of the internet, where not only we can, you're on day 1 right now, Jasmine, not only where we can get our shit together, but that it's raw, uncensored, unfiltered, which frankly, I can't do that on YouTube. And also you can't do that either. That was the biggest thing that I saw last year, was so many people were like, I want to say something in the comments, but I don't want my sister-in-law or my mother or my brother or my boss to see it in here. They're not in here. And if they are, I'm so sorry, but they're probably not in here. So say what you want to say. Like if you're overwhelmed by the demands of your family members, you can write that. So if you're feeling on the edge of burnout, if you're feeling that you're just maybe on like an endless loop, like a hamster wheel every single day, we need to fix that. If you're feeling disconnected from who you truly are, from your values, from yourself, from just enjoying life, we need to fix that. And you know, maybe you're the person, because sometimes I feel this way. If you feel like you're doing all the things and you're doing everything right, but you still feel like you're like, this is not the life I signed up for, we need to fix that. And we can more than do this. You'll have a breakthrough within the next week, I promise. So I think, I love you guys. Spill the tea. You're in a safe zone. No one will share anything. Spill all the tea. And if you're feeling that sense of, I'm lost, is this really my life? Raise your hand, because we need to fix that. So whatever brought you here on day 1, and by the way, to everybody that showed up, thank you. Cheers to you with our tea. Whatever brought you here, you are not broken. There is nothing wrong with you. You are strong. You've handled much worse than this, and you've gotten past it in the past. But the biggest thing is you're not alone. So you have currently 173 people on with you, that if you said, hey, I think I want to make this happen this month, every single one of those 173 people would be like, you've got this, just so you know. And that doesn't exist anywhere else on the internet. And we work very hard to make sure that this group remains that way. And Mama Bear Angie comes out to play. You can ask the Daily Grind team all the time. I protect this group like you guys are like my little babies. I just make sure that everybody has the best possible experience in here. And that if you do feel vulnerable and you want to share something that you're going for, that you want to make it happen, we've got you. If there was a place, this is the place. So if you are feeling lost AF, you're not alone, you're not broken, we've got you. The third thing, this is the biggest part of today. This is kind of like your homework, okay? And then we're gonna dive in deep to it. But so this is the kicker for today. This is your ish. What is the shit in your life that you're like, I cannot friggin' do this any frickin' more? Like what are the things? What are the things? The people, the things that you're like, this cannot fly anymore. This has taken a toll on me. You need to find your ish. You need to name it. Like shine a flashlight on that bee. We need to know. Spill the tea in the comments. What are the things that you're like, this has got to stop? All the parts of your life that feel harder than they need to be, all the parts of your life that are exhausting you that you did not sign up for. What is it? And by the way, this doesn't need to be some like giant paragraph. It can be one sentence. It just needs to be honest AF. And here's what I'll tell you. If you write it and you start crying, I think you found it. And sometimes you got to pull it out of yourself and you got to maybe journal a little bit. But that's what I would love for you to do today is figure out what's your ish. Like, what's the shit that you're like, I keep allowing this into my life? It could be a toxic friendship. It could be too many demands placed on yourself. It could be yourself, by the way, that you're doing it to yourself. It could be that you're allowing time for every single other thing but your own health and your own happiness. It could be that you're just going through the motions every single day. I'm loving these answers. You guys are amazing. So to answer the question of will these be recorded? Absolutely. We will do our best. The Daily Grind team is probably going to create like an album with this and we'll do like day 1, day 2. We'll eventually put them on our YouTube, but we wanted you guys to be able to have the VIP experience and that I could actually talk to you. I'm loving that I feel like you guys are already having epiphanies in the comments and it makes me so happy. And I love that I can read these real time because then it'll dictate what we talk about tomorrow. So I love that. So have your setup, make sure you take a deep breath today. And I don't want you to think that you need to be Pinterest perfect for this. That's number 1. Number 2, if you are feeling lost AF, I just know that this group is your place, okay? Like we've got you and it's a free resource for you to use. Make sure that you use the things that you have and the people that you have and the information. And if you need some help or maybe like a little cheerleader, we got you. And then figure out what's the ish, what's the shit in your life that you're like, I can't keep allowing this. I love you guys so much. I love this community. I will be back tomorrow on live. I will give you a heads up. It will probably be early morning just because we're flying, if that's okay with you guys. And keep going through glow up, keep going through dopamine detox. You don't have to be perfect every single day, but a little bit, 0.1% better every single day. And on that note, I ask this every year. And if you've never done this series, do you know how, so right now there's 180 people on live. By the time this video, by the end of the day, I have no idea how many views it'll have, but it'll probably have somewhere close to like 1,000 or something people will have watched it. By day 31, there will be probably usually less than half of that. Be the percentage of people that show up. You don't have to be perfect. It's the people that are consistent. Someone just wrote that. They said inconsistency is the biggest. Try your best to be consistent because you will win. That's literally how you're going to win. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to show up for yourself every single day and be 1% better. So be that 0.1% that shows up for themselves. And they're the people that are successful. They just don't give up. They get knocked down and they're like, cool, I'm getting back up and I'm going to keep going. Cool? Amen, Jenny. Yes. Yes to boundaries. We're going to talk all about that. We're going to talk so much about that. So I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2. And I am literally going to hit play on the day 1 video on my main channel. Well, on my new main channel. So I love it. All right. Keep sharing. Make sure you have your top 10 goals for the month written out. If you need to brainstorm them, use this page. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys so much. I will spill. Catherine, I will spill the beans. I can't spill beans every single day, but yes, I will spill the beans. Okay, love you guys. Bye.